A lot of cat owners genuinely feel like they've got it all figured out. The good food is in the bowl, the litter box is fresh, and they're always ready with a cuddle. And yet, something's just off. Their cat's hiding more than usual, the purring's gone quiet. And that little furball who used to sleep right beside them, now they're curled up at the far end of the couch, alone. Here's the part nobody really talks about. Some of the things we do out of pure love are the exact same things our cats feel as pressure, discomfort, or even threat. Not because your cat is moody, not because they're being dramatic, but because cats live in a completely different emotional world than we do, and most of us were never handed a guide on how to meet them there. The thing is, a cat's love isn't automatic. Unlike dogs, cats aren't wired to bond with just anyone. They choose their person deliberately and carefully, which means that bond once cracked takes real time to rebuild. So today, we're walking through 5 everyday things that well-meaning owners do, things that feel totally normal to us, but that their cats experience as stressful, confusing, or just plain wrong. Stick with this because by the end, you'll see your cat's behavior in a way you probably never have before. Number 1, grabbing them when they didn't ask for it. Picture your cat stretched out on the sofa, eyes half shut, completely at ease. You walk over, scoop them into your arms, pull them close, and within about 3 seconds, they're pushing against your chest, twisting to get free, and the moment you let go, they're already walking away. Most people shake it off. That's just how cats are, right? But here's what actually happened. Your cat was in a calm, safe space, and then, without any warning, something grabbed them and took away their ability to move. In cat terms, that's not a hug, that's a threat. Cats carry both predator and prey instincts, and their nervous system treats sudden restraint the same way it would treat being caught by something dangerous. Every time that happens, their body releases cortisol, the stress hormone, and over time, they start connecting that feeling to you. Research published in Applied Animal Behavior Science found that cats who are regularly handled against their will show higher ongoing stress levels and are far less likely to choose to come to their owners on their own. The fix isn't complicated, wait for them to come to you. When they do, keep it gentle, cheeks, chin, just behind the ears. And watch for the small signs that say, okay, I'm done now. The moment you honor that, your cat learns that coming to you is always safe. Number 2, locking eyes with them and holding it. To us, making eye contact feels like connection. We look at our cats and hold that gaze because it feels loving. But to a cat, a hard, steady stare reads as a challenge. In the wild, that kind of eye contact happens right before a confrontation. It's what a predator does before it moves. That's the whole reason the slow blink carries so much weight in feline communication. When a cat holds your gaze and then gently lets their eyes close and reopen, they're choosing to be vulnerable in front of you. They're saying, I feel safe here. You can give it right back. Soften your eyes, let them close slowly, hold for just a second, then open them and glance away. A lot of cats will blink right back. And what you're doing in that exchange, quiet and small as it is speaking directly to them in their own language. Number 3, sending mixed signals without realizing it. One afternoon, your cat hops onto the kitchen counter, and you think it's cute. You maybe even grab your phone to film it. The very next day, the exact same cat does the exact same thing, and this time you clap your hands and push them off. From where you're standing, the difference makes sense. But your cat doesn't have access to that context. All they know is that the same action brought 2 completely opposite responses from the same person, and they have no way of figuring out why. Cats are deeply wired for pattern recognition. Their sense of safety is built entirely around being able to predict what comes next. When that predictability disappears, they don't learn new rules. They learn that you're unpredictable. And an unpredictable environment is one of the most stressful things a cat can live in. A study out of Oregon State University confirmed that cats form secure and insecure attachments to their owners in ways that closely mirror how young children attach to caregivers. One of the biggest contributors to insecure attachment was owner inconsistency, being the source of both comfort and stress at the same time. The answer isn't strict rules, it's steady ones. Your cat will visibly settle when they know what to expect from you. Number 4, the noise, the energy, and the chaos of daily life. Cats can hear sounds completely beyond our range. Their ears move on their own, tracking things we'd never notice. Their nervous system fires a response to sudden stimuli faster than a conscious thought can even form. Now think about what your average home actually sounds like. A door slamming, music turned up, someone laughing out of nowhere, a pot hitting the counter, kids running through the hall. To you, that's just life. To your cat's nervous system, each one of those sounds needs to be assessed before they can stand down. Owners rarely see this stress clearly because it doesn't always look like fear. Instead, it builds quietly, showing up as decreased appetite, more time spent hiding, obsessive grooming, or that constant low-level restlessness that never quite settles. It's not about making your home silent. It's about being a little more intentional with your energy around them, especially during the long stretches they spend resting. Lower your voice when you're close to them. Move a little slower through the house. And on genuinely loud days, fireworks, a gathering, work being done, set them up in a quieter room with something that smells like you. That small act tells them more than you know. Number 5, not hearing what they're actually saying. This is the one that sits underneath everything else on this list. Cats are communicating with us all the time, through the position of their tail, the angle of their ears, the tension in their body, and the choices they make about where to be and when. They're not quiet. We've just never really learned to listen. And when their signals get missed consistently, they learn something that genuinely damages the relationship. They learn that trying to communicate with you doesn't work. Here's what that looks like in real life. Your cat's tail starts to flick. Their ears shift back. Maybe a low sound comes from the back of their throat, and you keep petting them anyway, and then they bite or scratch. And you're shocked because it felt like it came from nowhere, but it didn't. They'd been sending softer signals for a full minute, and when none of those worked, they had nothing left but the louder one. Dr. John Bradshaw, who wrote Cat Sense and has spent decades studying feline behavior, makes the point that the cats with the deepest bonds to their owners almost always live with people who've taken the time to learn their signals. That bond isn't about how much you give your cat. It's about how well you understand them. A tail moving slowly means mild irritation. Ears turned sideways mean overstimulation. The belly on display isn't always an invitation. For a lot of cats, it means, I trust you enough to be this open near you, and reaching for it can shatter that moment instantly. But when you start getting it right, when you pull back when they ask you to, when you let them lead, something genuinely shifts. Your cat stops preparing for the moment things go wrong. They start choosing to be near you because being close to you actually feels good. And that's really the whole thing. The difference between a cat that puts up with you and a cat that truly loves being with you. None of what we covered today means you've been doing it wrong on purpose. It means you were loving your cat through a human lens in a language your cat was never quite able to follow, but now you know. Forcing contact, holding stares too long, sending mixed messages, filling the space with too much noise, missing what they're trying to tell you. All 5 of these are things you can start shifting today. And the moment you do, the change in your cat will be real. If this gave you a different way of seeing your cat, go ahead and hit like and subscribe. We put out this kind of content every single week, and honestly, your cat would probably appreciate it.